right, today's award winner, everybody got a program? Okay, if you don't, well, I'll tell you just a short amount, because in the program, it's an entire page. So I can't really begin to tell you how many hats this fellow named Larry Wines has held. He's been a kind of an A to Z kind of guy. And so instead of being a master of stage and screen, he's been a master of the music and folk scene, including being famous for inventing a couple terms. So if you find your program, you can see all about it. So without further ado, Larry, could you step up here? So this is those photo ops for you folks in the front row. Okay, and since you all can read this, I'm going to help you out. With sincere gratitude for your outstanding contributions to the preservation and advancement of folk, old-time, and bluegrass music in the Southern California area. So, along with that, just to show that we actually mean it, comes with a little slip of paper. Okay, so the legend... I don't know if Larry knows this part. Yeah, that's oops, we have several here in the envelope. Oh, I guess you want the $50 one? We have a $1,000 check that completes the award. So I'm not sure who he's taking to dinner tonight, but you know, again, like I say, he's a man of many talents and one of our favorite fans and supporters and friend of the festival. So thank you, Larry.
Fourscore years ago, or 4 film scores that you've been peddling for 7 years. But, hey, it's LA, you know. We're all trying to market something, I guess. This is amazing. You know, forget about the Hollywood Bowl and the Staples Center. If you're going to get some kind of an award, you want it at a place where the National Park Service runs the show. Because does it get any cooler than this? I mean, wow. You know, a friend of mine called me from Tennessee, and he said, well, I see where these Banjo Fiddle people is going to give you this award. And I said, yeah. And he says, well, now, music legend, that must be one of them things like them Lifetime Achievement Grammys and Oscars. You don't get it for nothing in particular that you really do well. You just sort of get it because they figure folks is going to have babies, and then some new generation will take over, and they forget plumb about who you are if they don't go ahead and give it to you that way then, right? And I said, well, I guess so. And he says, you know, you never did take up the fiddle, did you? And I said, no. And I don't think you play the banjo, do you? And I said, well, I have to allow as how, you know, that's the case. And he says, yeah, got to be one of them Hollywood things, them Lifetime Achievement Awards, where it ain't for something in particular that you did. Anyway, so that kind of was like either icing on the cake or the ultimate step in humility. But the thing that is so great about being a journalist and covering the folk and acoustic Americana world is the inspiration that you get. And that's probably better ways to say that, but you get it every time you come to an event like this and you see these really young people that make you wonder what you've been doing with your life, because you know, they tell you never follow a dog or a child. The one that was just on the stage before we came up here for this. Wow. But it also tells you that it's never too late in life to start something new. You know, he was talking about wearing a lot of different hats. There's always time to discover part of the arts, to get involved in the arts. With music education in danger in public schools, we all need to fight for that. And we can immerse ourselves in it as we fight for it. And it makes all the difference in the world. You see how inspiring these young people are when they get up here and they perform like this for us. So do it selfishly if you want. It's because you get to see more of it if you help them do it. But the world is a brighter, happier, better place when we remember the past and we add in the present and we project it into the future with this legacy of this great roots Americana, folk Americana music. So I'll see you all in the pages of the Acoustic Americana Music Guide. I think there's a link in the program there. There's a really nice tribute that they did to moi on the website, so go check that out. And in the meantime, if any of you want to get involved in a fight to save a critically endangered species, email me at the address in there, because it's a last-ditch effort. This thing lives on a 6-square-mile piece of the planet. It's about to be erased from the surface of the earth in the memory of man. And we're working on that. So thanks all.